Hey guys, welcome back to Nikki's Kitchen. In today's video, we are making Hawaiian pizza. Now, making your own pizza dough can be a very long process and sometimes very discouraging, but it is not a hard process. It's really simple. You're gonna get a bowl and add a tablespoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon yeast, and 3/4 cups of warm water. Then you're gonna leave that for 5 to 10 minutes. This step is called proofing the yeast, and then once you see those bubbles or foam starts to form, you know that the yeast is active. Now to another pan, you're gonna get 2 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of oil. The recipe calls for olive oil, but I'm using regular cooking oil in this. And then you're going to add the yeast mixture to the flour mixer and start your kneading process. To get the best results from the dough, we're going to knead it for 10 minutes non-stop until it becomes very smooth. After the kneading process is done, we're going to place the dough back inside a bowl and then lightly cover the surface of the dough with some oil, and then we're going to cover it with either some plastic wrap or a clean kitchen towel and leave it to rise until it doubles in size. I left my dough to rise for 2 hours and 30 minutes. While the dough is resting, I started working on my toppings. I grated my own cheese because fresh cheese melts so much better than the packaged product. But if you want to use a pre-shredded cheese, that is totally fine. For the sauce, I sauteed some minced onion and garlic, and then I stirred in some tomato paste, and then I also added a can of tomato sauce with about a tablespoon of sugar, and the sugar helps to balance the flavor of the sauce. After the sauce is done, I take my sliced ham and cut them into small dice size, and also off camera I did drain a can of pineapple and cut the chunks into much smaller bite sizes. Now that all my toppings are ready, it is time to work on the dough. Once the dough has risen to twice its size, we are going to give it a punch to release all the gas that was formed during the rising process. Then lightly flour the surface and start the shaping process, which for me was the hardest part of making this pizza. However, I do not have a pizza stone, so I am using a cookie sheet, and once I get my desired shape, I use a fork to form some holes in the dough, and then it is time to apply our toppings, which this step is extremely easy. First we add our sauce that we made, and then pile on as much cheese as you want. It is homemade after all, so you don't have to worry about arguing with anyone. After adding the cheese, we go in with our ham, ensure that it is evenly distributed, and for the star of the show, we add the pineapple on top of everything, and then we're going to put it in the oven. Oh, at this point your oven should have been preheated at 250 degrees Celsius, so it should be ready for the pizza to go in by now. I didn't mention that before. Once we have all the toppings done, we're going to put the pizza in the oven to bake for 10 to 15 minutes. And there you have it, guys. A fresh Hawaiian pizza made entirely from scratch. As you can see, we've got crispy crust, gooey cheese, sweet plantains. This is the perfect balance of flavor. Give this recipe a try and let me know how it turns out in the comments below. Thank you so much for sticking around until the end. If you haven't subscribed as yet, please go ahead and do so and click the post notification bell for more updates. See you in the next video. Bye.